If you're a Canadian senior, retired, or planning to retire soon, this is one update you absolutely cannot afford to miss. Why? Because Service Canada has just announced a targeted pension increase. Real money that could help thousands of low-income seniors struggling with food, rent, medication, and inflation. But not everyone will qualify, and the increase isn't automatic. That's why it's so important you stay with this video to the very end. We'll walk through exactly who's eligible, how much more you could receive, and the steps you need to take right now to make sure you don't miss out. This video is for every Canadian over 65 or about to turn 65, especially those living on a fixed income. Whether you're collecting old age security, receiving guaranteed income supplement, or planning to apply soon, this directly affects your monthly payment. And if you're helping aging parents or loved ones manage their benefits, this is essential information for you too. With the rising cost of groceries, rent, and essential medications, many seniors are facing tough choices. But this new benefit could make a real difference. By the end of this video, you'll know if you or someone you love qualifies for this new increase. You'll also learn how to fast-track your GIS application if you've had a drop in income, how to reassess your income mid-year if you've suffered a major life event, and how to avoid one of the most common reasons seniors miss out on payments: outdated information on file with Service Canada. That's why watching this entire update could put extra money in your pocket, up to $200 per month for singles or $300 per month for couples. This isn't speculation, this is a confirmed policy, rolling out as of July 2025. So let's get into the core details. In response to rising complaints from senior advocacy groups, new data from Statistics Canada, and visible hardship across the country, Service Canada is introducing a targeted increase in monthly payments to certain old age security recipients. This includes a top-up to the Guaranteed Income Supplement and a new Emergency Supplement program. The changes are focused specifically on seniors with the lowest incomes, the ones most affected by inflation, housing shortages, and skyrocketing living costs. Inflation has been outpacing OAS and CPP increases for more than 2 years. While annual cost of living adjustments have provided some help, they haven't been enough. Many seniors report cutting back on groceries, skipping medications, or even moving into shared housing to keep up. In Canada's largest cities, nearly 1 in 4 seniors now spend more than half their income just on rent. That's not sustainable, and the government knows it. This new increase is designed to address exactly that. Here's how it works. To qualify, you must already be receiving old age security. That means you're at least 65 years old and have lived in Canada for at least 10 years since turning 18. If you don't yet receive OAS, you won't qualify for this increase. But don't worry, we'll explain how to apply later in the video. The real increase happens if you also receive GIS, the Guaranteed Income Supplement. GIS is for low-income seniors already getting OAS. To qualify for GIS in 2025, your income needs to fall below $21,624 for singles or below $28,560 combined for couples. If your income is significantly lower than that, such as when you're living on OAS and only a small CPP payment, you may qualify for the maximum increase. Here's the exciting part. For qualifying single seniors, the GIS top-up could rise by up to $200 more per month, starting in July 2025. That's an extra $2,400 per year. For qualifying couples, the combined increase could be as much as $300 monthly, or $3,600 per year. This marks one of the largest targeted increases to GIS in recent memory, and is aimed squarely at helping those hit hardest by economic hardship. There's also an additional component to this increase, a temporary emergency supplement program. This is designed for seniors who've recently experienced a significant income drop due to reasons like the death of a spouse, a serious medical condition, or sudden job loss if they were still working part-time. In these cases, your current year's income can be reassessed right away, rather than waiting for next year's tax return. So for example, if your 2024 income was too high to qualify for GIS, but your 2025 income is much lower, you can now apply for an income reassessment. If approved, you'll begin receiving GIS payments and the new top-up right away. But you have to take the first step. Contact Service Canada, explain your situation, and request a mid-year reassessment. You may need to submit documents like a record of employment, a medical letter, or a spouse's death certificate. This is a key part of the new policy, and one many seniors still don't know about. Now let's quickly talk about CPP. The Canada Pension Plan itself isn't being increased under this announcement, but your CPP amount does affect your GIS eligibility. If you receive a high CPP amount, say over $1,200 per month, you may be over the GIS threshold and not qualify for this top-up. But if your CPP is small, such as when you took it early or didn't work full-time throughout your career, you could still be eligible. That's why it's important to look at your total income, including CPP, OAS, any private pensions, RRSP withdrawals, and rental income. If your total falls under the threshold, you may qualify. And here's a helpful tip. If you're drawing from an RRSP, talk to a financial advisor about how to strategically time your withdrawals. Smaller withdrawals spread out over time can help keep your income lower, potentially preserving or unlocking GIS eligibility. Now let's talk about the steps to actually receive this increase. If you're already receiving both OAS and GIS, you don't need to do anything. The top-up will be applied automatically to your July 29th, 2025 payment, and you'll see the new amount in your My Service Canada account or direct deposit. But, and this is critical, if you aren't receiving GIS yet and you think you may qualify, you need to apply immediately. You can apply online through your My Service Canada account, or you can call and request a paper application. You'll need last year's income information, a copy of your CRA Notice of Assessment, and your personal identification. Applications typically take 6 to 8 weeks, but you can request expedited processing if you're facing financial hardship. And don't forget to update your banking and mailing information. Thousands of payments are delayed or missed every year because people move or change bank accounts and don't update their files. Don't let that happen to you. Let's also make it clear who does not qualify. If your income is above the GIS threshold, that's over $21,624 for singles and $28,560 for couples, you won't be eligible for this top-up. And if you're under 65, you won't qualify for OAS or GIS at all, even if your income is low. But there may be other supports available, including provincial senior assistance, income-based housing, property tax relief, or medication subsidies. Every province is different, so check with your local office or provincial government site. Here's the big picture. This is more than just a policy change. It's a lifeline for seniors living below the poverty line. For many, this extra $200 or $300 per month could be the difference between paying the rent on time or skipping groceries. It's about restoring dignity to people who have worked hard, contributed to society, and deserve a secure retirement. And it's a strong step toward protecting our most vulnerable from falling deeper into poverty. If you know someone who might benefit from this, a friend, a neighbor, a parent, or grandparent, share this information with them. Every year, hundreds of millions in benefits go unclaimed because eligible seniors simply don't apply. That's why this matters. Information is power, especially when it comes to protecting your finances in retirement. To wrap up, if you're a low-income senior already receiving OAS and GIS, your payment is going up starting July 29th, automatically. If you've had a major drop in income this year, call Service Canada and request a reassessment. If you're not receiving GIS yet, apply now. Don't wait. And remember to update your account info so your payment arrives on time. This isn't just a raise. It's a recognition that seniors deserve real support when times get tough. Stay informed, stay alert, and take action. These changes can and do make a difference, but only if you're aware of them. So double-check your eligibility, contact Service Canada if needed, and help others do the same. Because when one